Two foreign nationals accused of gathering insects from the Horton Plains National Park, which was recently declared a World Heritage Site, were placed in remand custody. The deputy caretaker of Horton Place, Manoj Vidyaratna, said that 11 species of insects endemic to Sri Lanka were found in the possession of the foreigners.
The foreign couple was arrested by officials of the park after they were searched while they were found roaming within the park in a suspicious manner. The suspects, identified as 25-year-old Jan Pire and 23-year-old Monica Melakova, are citizens of the Czech Republic. 6 species of insects endemic to the park and 5 other species were found in their possession. According to a correspondent, the police have seized chemicals, timber dust and equipment used to capture the insects as well.
They had arrived in Sri Lanka a few days ago. That's when they commenced their mission. We also found insects collected from areas such as Yala and Matugama. This is the first time that such an incident was reported here.
It is reported that the suspects will be charged for illegally collecting insects from Horton Plains and for collecting endangered varieties of insects from areas outside forest reserves in the country. The suspects were remanded until tomorrow after being produced before the Nuwara Eliya acting magistrate.
Experts say that good governance within institutions is essential in order to increase public investment in the stock market.
A media briefing to create awareness on the stock market was held in Colombo recently. Officials of the stock market, the Sri Lanka Securities and Exchange Commission and professionals attached to the investment sector were present at the occasion.
If you are dealing in the stock market, you are looking at maybe facts and figures. The facts and figures have to be correct. So the accountants have to see that whatever that they give are true and correct, and also that they disclose any material facts. Supposing they hide something, then it's really going to be, because especially if you are a quoted company, if you are a private company, you can manage your own affairs and that's a different sort of thing. But if you are dealing with public money, that is very essential. And we have seen this, and we have seen certain big companies which have done illegal activities and which have resulted in many problems, and these things have to be stopped. And because there are rules and regulations, various people try to hide these things or maybe do various methods by which these things are carried on, and outside they show a very big picture.
Welcome back to the news. A passenger plane with 96 people on board crashed in Yichuan City in northeast China's Heilongjiang province. Xinhua news agency quoted government and airline companies' sources as saying on this story. Xinhua said the plane belonged to Henan Airlines, gave no further details. Officials in Yichuan said the plane crashed at about 10:10 p.m. local time. Emergency services were rushing to the scene. The story that we're following right here on News First is about a plane crash that had taken place in Yichuan City in northeast China's Heilongjiang province. According to reports, 96 people were on board this passenger aircraft. No further details have emerged on this story. However, our News First international desk will be keeping a close watch and will be monitoring all the developments on this story. Now, there has been another plane crash reported in Nepal. Arundhati Fernando joins us now with the very latest in the global arena on the News First international desk on this story and more.
Welcome to News First International Desk. Nepal tourist plane crash kills 14. And also Miss Mexico crowned Miss Universe 2010. Details of these stories coming up right now.
A passenger plane has crashed into the hills outside Nepal's capital in heavy rain, killing all 14 people on board. The Dornier plane crashed near Sikpur village, 80 kilometers south of Kathmandu. The plane was reportedly carrying 6 foreigners, including 4 Americans and 1 Japanese. The British Embassy has confirmed that 1 British man was killed. Witnesses said the Agnya plane had broken into small pieces. The US Embassy in Kathmandu said it was still trying to confirm the nationality of the passengers. The British Embassy said the next of kin of the Britain had been informed. The plane had been flying to Lukla, a popular trekking spot in the Mount Everest region of eastern Nepal. The airline authorities said that the plane was called back because of bad weather. At 12 nautical miles from the Kathmandu airport, the plane radioed in and said it was beginning its descent. Radar contact was lost at 10 nautical miles. An airport official said the search and rescue operation was being hampered by bad weather. Jimena Navarrete, a 22-year-old brunette from Mexico, was named Miss Universe in Las Vegas last night. The first runner-up was Miss Jamaica Yendi Phillips, while Miss Australia Jacinta Campbell was the second runner-up.
You look beautiful.
Navarrete, a nature enthusiast, defeated favourites from Ireland, the Philippines and Venezuela to become the 59th winner of the crown in a show broadcast live around the world.
Pakistan's worst floods have damaged an estimated 2,433 miles of highways and 3,508 miles of railway. The damage caused to roads and highways is believed to be approximately $158 million, and railway damages stand at around $131 million. A handful of independent and Green MPs who will decide the makeup of Australia's minority government hold their first meeting today to discuss whether to support Labour or Conservative opposition's bid for power. Latest counting gives Labour 72 seats to the Conservatives 69, with 76 seats needed to form the government. But polling experts predict both will end up with 73, leaving 3 independents and a Green MP holding the balance of power. A US citizen was shot and killed by Mexican soldiers yesterday near the coastal resort city of Acapulco. According to police, Joseph Proctor, 32, was killed after having opened fire on an army convoy with an AR-15 rifle and was killed in the return fire. 2 Spanish aid workers freed by Al-Qaeda's North African wing arrived home today, ending a kidnapping ordeal in the Sahara Desert that lasted nearly 9 months. A female colleague seized with the men, Alicia Gomez, who was set free in March, was at the airport to greet the men.
Good evening and welcome to Sports First. Starting off with some cricket news. Well, New Zealand will take on India tomorrow in their current Tri-Nation Series, a one-day international cricket tournament. These are the views expressed by the captains of the 2 teams ahead of the game.
I think it almost makes them dangerous as well. They've played, obviously they didn't play that well against us in the first game, and then they came back and played very well against Sri Lanka. So obviously they didn't play as well as they would have liked against Sri Lanka in the last match. So that makes them dangerous. But I think we can't really, think about them too much. We've just got to worry about ourselves more and concentrate on things that we can control. And I think every top order has struggled, not just India. We've struggled up the top, and Sri Lanka have had their troubles as well. So it has done a lot. I think the toss, every team has batted predominantly, where it shows that the team that loses the toss and bowls first, it shows that they still win the game and have got three or four early wickets. So I think I guess their batting is under pressure, and I'd say we're under a bit of pressure as well. So
it's not only in the subcontinent, throughout the world. If you see, the wickets they are on the flatter side nowadays, especially for the one-days, and if you give respect to the bowlers for the initial 10 overs, after that, the next 40 overs belongs to the batsman. But this is one of those venues, where I think the respect, you have to prolong it by another 10 overs, and till the 20 overs, if you don't lose too many wickets, then you can really dictate the terms with to the opposition, and you can have your own game plan set after that. Which suggests, if you have if you lose too many early wickets, literally there's a big batting collapse, and we have seen, throughout this tournament it has happened. And the batsmen, they are trying to work out their plans as to what needs to be done. I think most of the batsmen, they're not playing rash shots to get out. They are trying to battle through, and there are times when you can't really go through that, and that's what really happened in the past 2 games where we had batting collapses. So.
Well, moving away from cricket, Sri Lanka will face Japan in the Asian Youth Rugby Championship in Bangkok, Thailand tomorrow. The Sri Lankan team participating in the Asian Youth Rugby Championship with South Korea in their first match of the tournament on Sunday.
Teams from 8 countries are taking part in this year's Under-20 Asian Youth Rugby Championships in Thailand. They include Japan, South Korea, Thailand, Chinese Taipei, Malaysia, Hong Kong, Singapore and Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is led by Shanal Dias of St. Peter's College, Bamlapetia. Speaking to Sports First, coach of the Sri Lankan rugby team, Sanat Martis, said that the team will perform at their best against Japan tomorrow. Japan played against Singapore yesterday. They are very good, but our players are psychologically strong. However, it will be tough. We hope that our players will play well. We only trained for about 10 days in Sri Lanka. During that period, we ensured that the team developed the right mentality to defeat Korea. They showed great commitment in the match. That is what we expect in this game as well.
Well, that's it from Sports First tonight. Back to the main desk.
Thank you, Gayatri. Well, that's a look at your primetime news bulletin here on Channel 1 MTV. I'm Krishni Panditaratna.
And I'm Shamir Rasuldin. Join us again tomorrow, same time, same place. Till then, take care and good night.